what if I told you that your mother wounds are keeping you from being successful, and I told you how to get past it so you can have the life you've been searching for? Hey girl, hey. So listen, I know how hard it can be to, 1, accept the fact that you have mother wounds, and 2, figure out how to heal from them without the shame of feeling like an evil child for even thinking that this person who gave you life also broke your heart. Because not everyone who had a rough mother-daughter experience is out here yelling from the rooftops that they have a toxic mom. You know, some of us still believe the Bible where it says, honor your mother and father. And it's a fine line between honoring and confessing that trauma, especially if the scars are emotional. And especially if you know your mom did her best, worked 2 and 3 jobs, never let you and your siblings go hungry, made sure the streets didn't take you, and she called you out your name, was emotionally unavailable and or manipulative, clearly favored your siblings over you for whatever reason you can never really pinpoint, has never and may never support or celebrate any of your achievements and accomplishments like she does for other people, and no amount of being a good girl or a better daughter is going to change that. If you want to change, you have to get it for yourself. You have to determine what you're afraid will happen if you face your mother wounds. Accept that the transformation you're seeking will only come once you've healed. Then put yourself in your mom's shoes. Was she being malicious, or was she following a pattern that was inflicted on her? Determine the things that have been repeated as patterns in your relationship with her that also happened with her and her mom, and maybe even with you and your kids. Then start unlearning the lies of those patterns so you can establish new ways of being for yourself and your kids. And please don't disregard self-care. And I'm not talking, retail therapy or brunches with the girls. I'm talking about taking time with yourself to check in and make sure you're not refusing yourself the permission to feel what you need to feel while healing your heart. And while you're out here healing your heart, add in a whole lot of forgiveness, because forgiveness not only helps in shifting your perspective, it opens you up to being blessed. And I know you've heard it said that forgiveness is for you and not the person who hurt you. And it is. Because I tell my kids all the time, I forgive people because I'm selfish. And I don't want God holding back any of my blessings or giving the enemy a doorway into my life, because I'd rather not forgive someone who hurt me, especially when my forgiveness isn't stopping them from being out here living their best life while I'm in trouble with God. I'll pass. And you probably won't want to, and you've probably spent years telling yourself you're nothing like your mom, but you are. In some ways, be it good or bad, you're like her, and you need to face those similarities to determine how to change what you don't like and how to maximize what you do. And please know that this thing between you and your mom is spiritual. No matter what she physically did or said, or the love she may have withheld from you, at the end of the day, it's the enemy's job to steal, kill, and destroy. Even if that means stealing your hope, killing your desire to be loved, and ultimately destroying the destiny God predestined for you. This is bigger than you, like it was bigger than me. And your desire to heal and be better opens the door to not only a better life for you and your kids, but the breaking of chains off of your bloodline. And once you understand this truth, the next thing for you to do is trust God to move you where He's always meant for you to be. And because true success only comes after healing your mindset, and transformation comes automatically thereafter, you also have to know that you only reap the benefits of all of it when you take hold of it. Because not everyone is going to be happy with your transformation, with you changing and walking in the power that's always been yours. But it's up to you to know that their issues with your transformation is not a problem for you to take on. It's your job to start believing that you deserve to have every good and perfect thing that God has for you, despite the feelings of those around you. Remind yourself that you are the apple of your daddy's eye, and no good thing will he withhold from you so long as you stay obedient to his word and his plan for you. Remind yourself of that dream you've been hiding in your heart, the one that God put there that you maybe didn't know he put there, but it's still there and won't turn you loose. It's time to push past the naysayers and even the negativity you probably spoke to yourself and start moving forward. Even if moving forward means moving forward alone. Hopefully you won't have to do it alone, but if you do, know that so long as you're moving in line with God's plan for your life, he will never leave you alone. He wants you to succeed because your success is his success. It wasn't until I got real with myself about the fact that I even had mother wounds and I had to face them and do something about it to be a better me, for my husband and my kids, and to be able to fully receive the promises God had shown me for my life. And as crazy as it sounds, once I faced the fact that I was letting all the things about my relationship with my mom keep me stuck, and then faced all the things about it that scared me and stopped letting it rule me, then I started living my life. Then I finally achieved my dream of being an author and wrote my first book, and then a second, and then a third. And then I was able to go back and start helping other women face and heal their mother wounds and start walking in their own transformation. No shade, no shame, just a private self-guided course to getting to the core of what's been holding you back so you can knock it down and finally start to move forward. And I really wish I could tell you that in the last 5 years, I've, got the mansion and the cars and taken all the Instagram worthy trips. But the truth is, what I really got was time with God. Time for him to prune me and refine me, to show me the people in my life who weren't for me, move them out of my life, and then let him nurse me back to peace from that heartbreak. Let him build me up and polish me, teach me how to love him and myself, and find a peace that I've been faking my whole life, trying to show up for people in every way that made them comfortable, but left me miserable and so broken down that I didn't even recognize who I was anymore. And I don't want that for you, because God has so much more for you. And I know that right now it might not seem like, everything is where you want it to be, or that what you want is completely far off and unachievable, but it's not. And I know it's not, because God's word says that he has blessed us with all blessings in heavenly places, and he is not a man that he should lie. And as my daddy would say, if God said it, you can take that to the bank. So there's 3 things I want you to do. First, watch the Unloved Daughter playlist at the end of this video. Second, go to the description and get your free previews of the Unloved Daughter and Zero to Butterfly season. And lastly, until next time, y'all stay blessed.